As I write and look back now, with the benefit of hindsight and knowing stuff I simply didn't know, I realize many things about myself, about my version of a man who knew no better. I hadn't known how to access my own calm, whilst remaining present and available for her through turbulence. I didn't know how to park my ego and not take things so personally, or how to not bite back defensively. I didn't understand, let alone honor, her natural ability to dance so nimbly through the chaos of such quickly changing emotional states. I also didn't know how to change the common denominator of all my relationships: me. Despite the varying degrees of openness in communication with other people, with my deeper vulnerabilities, I was still an island. Even in my most trusted relationships with my siblings and closest friends, due to shame and a subconscious belief of not being enough, I kept my saddest, secret tortures completely to myself. It turns out there's no healing possible when you're on the island all alone. Don't get me wrong, I'm not suggesting anyone will or can come and save you. Your liberation from any personal suffering is yours alone to work on. I'm just saying that opening up and sharing what you're going through is an important part of the healing process. This is a form of conscious communication. One of the things I've learnt in the last decade of my life is that when you start building bridges between your island of deepest vulnerabilities and others, you realize you're not alone, and that you certainly don't need to stay stuck. At the core of my past shame was that, through the years of one of my pivotal partnerships, I had developed severe anxieties around having sex, to the point of almost complete dysfunction. What I desperately wanted to communicate was, I adore you and honor you and want to pleasure you. I am your man, and I can take you like no other. I am invincible, and I am in control. The tragedy was that my fears of not being good enough manifested as a gripping psychological racket that had me showing up as the opposite: weak, self-consumed, anxious, out of control, and completely unable to be her man in that way. When I finally had the courage to start sharing this struggle, my road to healing began. I commenced the journey of rewiring my self-belief, beginning a daily practice of self-acceptance and self-love. As I changed my internal world, my relationship to the outside world changed as well. The desperation dissolved, the desire remained, and I gave myself the redemptive gift of another chance at love. It is with a large dose of relief, a big dollop of joy, and a few loud woohoos that I can say I now have zero shame and enjoy fully functional love-making ability, and those crippling anxieties, thankfully, are no longer a part of my life. If you have anything that you still keep tucked away under a blanket of your own shame, you will become lighter and more liberated in the communication of it. Whether you share it in the intimacy of a close and trusted relationship, or in the air of a more open forum, like a men's group or a conscious conversations group, you will enjoy the benefits all the same.